Okay, good afternoon and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Charles Green with Belatrix Software, and I'm delighted to welcome you all to today's webinar where we're going to be discussing the future of Java and what we can expect in the coming years. Now, Java has become one of the world's most widely used and popular programming languages. Since it was born 20 years ago, it's seen many ups and downs, but today we're here to discuss its future, where we expect it to go, as well as some of the reasons for its enduring popularity amongst developers. Indeed, its popularity today is such that Java is considered the second most popular programming language on GitHub, behind JavaScript and ahead of Ruby. Modern digital companies from Netflix to Square use Java extensively, but it's also widespread throughout financial services. So I'm delighted to be joined here by Willy Seminario, one of our Java experts here at Belatrix, to discuss Java in greater detail. Willy, do you want to give a brief introduction to the audience today?
Sure thing. So, hi everyone. My name is Willy Seminario. I am a senior Java developer here at Belatrix. I've been working for 2 years now here, and I'm working on processing and optimizing backend services here at Belatrix and the projects that we're working on.
Okay, super, thank you.
Thank you.
And before we get started, I should remind everyone on the line today that if you want to ask us a question, please do feel free to do so. And you can do that either via the chat box in the bottom right-hand side of your screen, or you can do it via Twitter using the hashtag JavaBSF. And we're going to be live tweeting throughout the webinar today, so please feel free to follow along via Twitter as well as the slides that you can see here. So without further ado, I want to jump straight into the presentation by starting off by asking Willy, can you tell us a bit about some of the history of Java, how it came about?
Sure. So at the very beginning, just to start with Java's history, James Gosling, which is considered Java's father, he was the pioneer who traced out the whole idea about the core of Java, which is write once, run anywhere. So, but what does this mean, right? Write once, run anywhere, which is WORA. Means that Java can be developed on any device, compiled into standard bytecode, and can be expected to run on any device equipped with Java Virtual Machine, which is JVM. This means that any programmer can develop on C or any device and can be expected to run Java-enabled device with any adjustments, saving efforts to software developers on writing versions for each platform they intend to deploy on.
Okay, excellent. I think you touched on there, you mentioned that Java can be developed on any device, can be run on any device. But does the name Java mean anything? Where did that come from?
Yes, actually, so this is a curious note here because it was named first as Folk, and James named it after a tree that he had outside his office. But he later on had to rename it because it was already a registered name, so he renamed it to Green. We still do not know why, but he later on changed it. Many people think that Java, it was named after its designers, which are James Gosling, Arthur Van Hoff, and Andy Bochelstein. But many other people consider that the acronym is just like, it's called just another vague acronym, and that's why Java. But I would say the hypothesis that is most coherent is that it was named after a coffee name from a cafeteria nearby, and that will be the reason why the logo itself from Java is a coffee cup.
Okay, I didn't realize that, so new for me as well. But looking more specifically in terms of what our audience is looking for, when you're considering Java, we already heard today that it's the second most popular language today. So what are some of the pros? Why is it so popular? Why are companies considering it?
Sure. The first thing here is that Java is free, and because of this, it's simple to learn because the syntax makes us Java programming really easy to master it. Once that you're familiar with installing the JDK and configuring everything, like the path, you will know how to write classes really easily, and executing programs, it will be easy to write programs in Java as well. Another thing here to talk about is that it's an object-oriented programming language, which Java is inherently object-oriented and means that Java programs are made up of programming elements that are called objects. And those objects are entities that represent either a real-world object or an abstract concept. And the main characteristics are that have data and state and also have a behavior. Another thing here is that it has a rich API. Because Java comes with a library of classes that provide commonly used utility functions that most Java programs can do without it. Also, it has a really easy documentation to master it, all the functionalities that comes with it. Also, Java has a wide range of IDE choices. It has NetBeans, Eclipse, and IntelliJ. I personally use Eclipse and also IntelliJ. IntelliJ has a paid version that it has a lot of plugins that are really easy to use. Also, another thing here is the open source libraries that it has. Java's community facilitates the availability and comprehensive documentation, as well as numerous freely available sources, such as third-party libraries and codes you can easily find on the internet. As I was saying, availability is also another part here as a pro, because Java is freely available, and as a result, most of the people and developers prefer to learn in it, and due to the fact that it has a huge availability of software development and programmers' expertise in Java, organizations prefer to use Java for development of various applications. Another thing here is Android, and Android applications are developed using Java's language, since the core is mainly from Java, and it's a power booster for designing and structuring Android applications. And the last is that Java is forever. It has platform independence, provides superior performance compared to many other languages, along with better portability and simplified syntax compared to C++ language. It excels in scaling deploying and programming environment.
Okay, excellent. I think that you've covered really in a very succinct way some of the many reasons why enterprises are using Java so widespreadly. But now I want to ask you about some of the cons. I know some of the many organizations have some concern, particularly regarding the security of Java. So what are some of the cons that you've mentioned?
Yes, sure. So one of the main cons that we have here is security issues that have tainted Java's reputation. And this is because back in 2013, there was a vulnerability, and there were some hackers that carried out attacks against Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, Twitter, among other companies. What happened here is that Oracle issued a patch that covered most of those vulnerabilities, but the security backlash here against Java, it damaged the reputation. And this is the reason why many people are scared still about this security problem. The thing is, Oracle is been working on from there till now, and this is not considered still as a con, but still the people are afraid of this. Also, another thing to talk about here is the competition that keeps getting stiffer. These days, the hottest language, undoubtedly, it's JavaScript, largely used to the ascendancy of web development, and also because of the integration that comes with Node.js that has empowered JavaScript developers to run their code on server. Other languages, such as Python and PHP, have cemented their reputation, and upcoming languages as Google Go are also taking buzz away from Java. Another topic here is Android. I have to say that Android was a pro, but as well it's a con. And the reason why it might be a double-edged sword for Java, because Android Java is not the same as server Java, especially when you look to the libraries. And the reason why is that here Oracle has a pending litigation against Google, and this is one of the things that makes us consider what will happen next. So we're still on expectation, and it will be a con, perhaps. We hope not. Also, another thing here is that Apple has proved that Java can be banned without fallout. Java itself is not allowed on iPhones or either iPads, and Java continues to be used outside looking when it comes to the trendiest mobile platform around, but people from Apple Like, for example, Christopher Allen, which is a prominent iOS developer, he thinks that Apple have benefit by avoiding Java and the virtual machine, thus not offering a satisfactory mobile experience. That's what he thinks.
It's an interesting point there, that even though Apple had decided not to use Java, it actually still remains incredibly popular amongst developers. When I talk to our colleagues here, developers here at Belatrix Software, the general consensus is that everyone really likes programming, everyone likes to use Java. So why is that? Why do developers like it so much?
Right, so here we need to talk about like the timeline, and it's been more than 20 years since it was created, and Java now, it should be the most popular language in enterprise applications, and also is greatly used and due to the fact that it's high demand in sectors like financial services industry, investment banks, and e-commerce web application space. It is the platform for building applications for multiple mobile devices, computers, laptops, navigation, and other systems that we use in our day-to-day life. Its flexibility, usage, availability, security, development, cost effectiveness, and are main reasons why we love Java, and you should too.
So we've discussed, therefore, some of the pros, some of the cons, why developers love it. So we can really expect to say that Java is going to stick around with us. It's not going to be going anywhere, anyplace soon. So where do you see the next evolution of Java going? What do you see coming up in the next few years?
Yes, so here I was looking to the conference of Java 1 from October last year, 2016, and the future of Java, it's on three distinctive fields, according to Thomas Burrell, which are big data, cloud, and IoT, Internet of Things. And mainly he thinks that the future of Java Enterprise Edition, it's focused on making it easier to develop and deploy Java Enterprise applications on the cloud. Also, Java Enterprise Edition 8 will be a migration path in that direction, enabling Java Enterprise Edition 9 to have a more complete cloud support. Also, according to Brian Goetz, he thinks that they are still focusing on following the same principles they began when they create Java, for continuing their exploration for future versions of Java. These are: reading is more important than writing, simplicity matters, and one language with the same meaning everywhere.
And what is the main goal of those kind of three main principles?
I'll say the main goal is not to add as many features as possible, but they are thinking to add as few as they need to stay as true as the principles, as I was saying. Readability, simplicity, and transparency.
Okay. And therefore, in light of these broader trends, what are some of the concrete initiatives that we can expect to see coming with regard to Java?
Actually, in here, Oracle has placed out two initiatives that are really great, and I've been seeing for a while here. These two are Go Java and Oracle Developer Gateway. The first, Go Java, is more oriented to anyone, and by meaning anyone, it's everyone. I mean, from people to 8 to 60, 70, 80 years old for learning Java. It's a portal that was created by Oracle, where the community can find a lot of resources to improve their skills or to learn, and also to look up more information such as tutorials to learn more about Java world, and also to share information within the community. And some examples here that the community was able to create are like smart houses or autonomous vehicles. The other initiative that I was saying is Oracle Developer Gateway, but this portal is more oriented to developers. It was created as well as by Oracle, but in here you will find more technical information regarding Java world. Also, you will easily find the upcoming events from Oracle Code and more tutorials about information related to coding. Also, as I was saying, you will find technical information, but also you will find related to new technologies that are coming, newsletters, and how to get started on Java world.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. I think that gives the audience certainly a lot of information to go on and to look into more detail. But with that, right now I want to turn our attention to a case study that we've done here at Belatrix, one of the engagements which we've been involved in, and to discuss this Java migration. I know, Willy, you've been involved with this case study with this client, so we will be able to, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to give first an overview of what happened, and then I'm going to ask you to give some more of the technical details regarding the aspects regarding to Java. But first, let's get a bit of perspective to this. This organization was a global satellite company, so this is a company that helps ensure that connectivity, whether you're working on a cargo ship in the Pacific Ocean or if you're hiking in a remote area of Patagonia. So from the maritime industry to aviation to government to satellite communications, this company is involved in that, and they're really involved in ensuring that the global infrastructure of our communications works well. Now this company, they were looking for assistance with the development and quality assurance of its internal products and services. They wanted to upgrade their internal systems from Java 6 to Java 8. However, the company recognized that they needed some help, some expertise, and that's why they looked to Belatrix for support. They also recognized the need to shift to agile methodologies, but again, they lacked experience here. They'd always previously used waterfall in the past. Now, the Java migration took place in just 2 months, so it was upgraded from Java 6 to Java 8 in just 8 weeks' time. And in addition, during that period, Belatrix also arranged for expert agile trainers to provide training and support for the client to help them to transition to adopt agile. And today, the company is using agile for development and testing. They have stand-up meetings which take place every day, and the team is using 2-week sprints. So altogether, this transition to agile, the upgrading of their systems, the migration from Java 6 to Java 8 has had a dramatic impact on both their technology and also their business environment. Their customers are now much more satisfied, and they're able to offer upgrades, and they can provide new features much more faster and more effectively than they could do in the past. But now I want to ask you a little bit about the migration that took place here. What was the some of the key challenges that you faced regarding the migration?
Yes, so I'll say the most challenging part in here was to find the correct libraries that we were working on, due to the fact that many of the libraries that we had there, they were deprecated, or there were newer versions that we had to evaluate, research, and investigate if they were like doing the same and keep doing like mainly the same actions that we were doing before with Java 6. So the problem here was that the technology and the code that they were using, it was 10 years old. So migrating to Java 8 to newer technologies, it was meant to do a lot of research to find out, to do testing here for getting to know and perfectly the actions that we were doing, and they were keep doing the same as before.
Okay, excellent, thank you. Now, also, I spoke a little bit about the speed of the migration that it was achieved in 2 months. Can you put that into some kind of perspective? How fast is that? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So the first thing that we did here, was that we built up a roadmap. In this roadmap, what we did was we specified all the libraries that we had on the application, and we tagged them by remove libraries, research library, keep the library, or update the library. Those were the 4 categories that we had. So after this, what we did was the common libraries that we had, we put all them together to share them between all the applications that we were working on. And then the libraries that we weren't able to use because they were deprecated, we eliminated them because we didn't need it anymore. Since Java 8, with the new features that came up with and the new libraries, it was doing the same. So it was better for us to use libraries that came with Java instead of using third-party libraries. Also, as I was saying, we had to do a lot of research to investigate about the new libraries, if there was any problem, security issues, if there were like still on maintenance, if the people was still working on those libraries. So I would say this work that we did, it was the reason why it took like only 2 months. And also as a part of consideration that all the migrations between Java libraries are really easily, because it's meant to be like that.
Okay, excellent, thank you. And with that, I want to open up for questions from the audience. And just a reminder, you can do that either by typing into the chat box on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, or you can also ask us a question via Twitter using the hashtag JavaBSF. And we actually have already got some questions coming in, some of you questions when you were registering for this webinar. So I want to go straight through them while hopefully some more questions come in. And the first question is regarding what are some of the latest technologies that are used in Java. Can you let's talk about what are some of the newer technologies that you see?
Yes, sure. So one of these technologies, or the latest one, are Hadoop, Apache Hadoop, that actually this new technology is a software library that is a framework that allows distributed processing of large data set across clusters of computers. In more simple way, I would say it's a library itself that is designed to detect and handle failures at the application layer. So delivering a highly available service on top of a cluster of computers, each of which may prone to failures. Another that we are using now, it's Oracle Java Cloud Service. So as I was saying, they are thinking to orient more on cloud services. So Oracle, what it does, or what it has been doing, is they are been putting modules of Java that are already working on, so you will just consume those services to put out on your application. So you will just need to integrate it with the Oracle services that they are putting on the cloud. Also another one, it's Azure, and what they did was they created a toolkit for Eclipse for building smartphone applications.
Okay, excellent, thank you. And again, just another quick reminder to make sure to keep questions coming, again via Twitter or via the chat box. I see we have another question which has just come in, and that is about web development. And the question is, for web development, .NET Core is taking huge steps away from Java. Am I wrong if I say Java is outdated?
Well, I wouldn't say you're wrong, but either you're right. Because on web development, Java is not focused on that. Java is more focused on the backend services and processes. That's the bigger impact of using Java, because it will optimize, it will perform all the processes greater than doing on the web development part, because it hasn't been maintained like after a long time. The thing here is that Java integrates itself with JavaScript and many other web development frameworks that you could use. So in this case, I will not compare on web development part with Java, but instead you have many other options like JavaScript, also Google Go, as I was saying, and Python, PHP as well.
Okay, excellent, thank you. Again, just a quick reminder, keep questions coming. Yes, we have another question. That is, what can be done to minimize garbage collection impacts to real-time processing?
Actually, here I'll say it depends on the strategy that you are working on, or you will take or to consider with whenever you're developing. With Java approach, the only developer overhead is making sure that you don't use too much of allocation on the hot path, because then you will be sizing your John Gen to avoid collections and doing garbage collector at night. So nothing but not too hard either. After all, you can allocate if you really need to, but some allocations will be optimized out anyway.
Okay, thank you. Super. And we have one more question, just to say, we have seen the question. I'm not sure if we were exactly able to answer it. The question is, they're interested in the ability to deploy the latest Java update to end user via GPO, but there's some trouble with the deployment. But I think in that case, really, I think you're right. We need to kind of see perhaps more details regarding the requirements.
Yeah, because you need to take out like a lot of considerations here for doing development and also an implementation.
Okay, excellent. So we will contact you after this call to follow up regarding that specific question. Let's see if any further questions have come in. Let's give it a few more seconds. And whilst we're just waiting, here are our contact details you can see here. So if you do have any follow-up questions which you haven't had a chance to think of, or you come to you in reflection after this webinar, then please do reach out to us. You've got Willy's email there, and also my email. So please do feel free to reach out to us. As you hope you can tell, we are passionate about technology here at Belatrix. We love to be involved. We love to attend conferences, to talk about our experiences and work that we're doing. So please do feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to continue the conversation. But with that, we don't have any further questions. So I think we can draw this to a close. Willy, do you have any final comments you'd like to leave the audience with?
No, thank you very much, people. The questions are being great. I know if you have many other questions, you can contact me, and I'll be gladly answering you.
Yeah, excellent. And likewise, yeah, as we said, we're very happy to take your questions, so please do feel free to reach out to us. I should let you know that a recording of the webinar will be available within the next 24 hours. And with that, I'd like to say thank you very much for joining us today, and wish you all a very pleasant rest of the day.
Bye, people. Thank you.